Hello, I'm Ryan Graham and welcome to Northwest Newsweek. The town of Marathon is racing against time to replace its aging arena and shuttered pool with a new $83 million active living center. Mayor Ignace says the project is shovel-ready, but construction depends on securing provincial and federal funding. Justin Hardy reports.
This is a very important project for our community, our region, and for the GDP of Canada and Ontario for that matter.
Marathon Mayor Ignace says construction of a new active living center can begin as soon as funding is secured. He adds that the project is urgent because the refrigeration system for the town's arena only has 2 or 3 years left, and the community already lost its indoor pool in 2023.
Then when we had to make that announcement, that was really one of my worst announcements I think I had to make, other than the mill closing in 2009, is to shut down our pool, because it really impacted the whole community in the region, and that is devastating. And since then, I mean, obviously now we have to recognize the fact that our arena could potentially be out of commission in as little as 3 years. And as a small northern community, we have an ability to borrow, and we're going to go to the limit of that ability to borrow.
2 nearby First Nations have contributed $1.5 million toward the project. Dumas says the new center would be the hub of community health and well-being, and he's calling on higher levels of government to back the project so construction can start immediately. A main contractor has been found to construct the center at a cost of $83 million.
They're ready to go. They'll move and demobilize as soon as we get an announcement. Any commit, we don't need the money. Here's the thing with government, we've made it very clear. We don't need the money. We need the money over a 2 to 3 year period. So it could be over 2 or 3 year budget years for federal and provincial governments, because once we get the documents signed, sealed, and delivered saying, yes, Marathon, you're going to get this money from the provincial and federal government, we go to the bank. We've had discussions with the Investment Ontario Bank already.
Funding requests have been presented to both provincial and federal officials, with decisions expected in the coming months. Justin Hardy, TBT News.
Ignace has hired nuclear experts to review the plans for the NWMO's nuclear waste facility. Toronto-based consulting firm Hardy Stevenson and Associates will scrutinize technical documents for the proposed deep geological repository. Ignace outreach lead Jake Pastore says the township wanted to make sure they fully understand all of the details as they come out.
We wanted to make sure that we have the right eyes, I guess you can say, looking over all of these documents on our behalf, making sure that we have the best interests of the community at hand. And so we needed someone with that technical and scientific capabilities, people who have done this work before in the past.
The firm will provide independent feedback to both Ignace Council and the community. Their role is to ensure the township fully understands the material and can make informed decisions about the project. Although hiring consultants was not mandatory, funds for the purpose were set aside in Ignace's municipal hosting agreement with the Nuclear Waste Management Organization. And while the NWMO provides the money, the township selected the firm and will directly oversee its work.
I think that the township of Ignace has a very important role to play, as does Wabigoon Lake Ojibwe Nation. And I think when you have 2 big federal agencies who are doing reviews on behalf of this project for the NWMO, and we're considering all of the information and all the technical data that is available.
The Shinaabe police are reporting a homicide in Edmonton First Nation. An arrest has been made, but the investigation is ongoing by the NAPS crime unit with assistance from the coroner's office and the OPP. NAPS officials say the victim was 30-year-old Todd Robert Isaac Boyce. He was pronounced dead at the community's nursing station on Monday evening. The suspect, 31-year-old Jonah Baxter, was identified by police and arrested without incident the next day. He's been charged with manslaughter and remains in custody following a bail hearing on Wednesday. Dryden OPP and other emergency crews responded to a fatal single-vehicle collision on August 28th. A vehicle crashed into a sign off Highway 17 on the east side of Dryden. Both occupants were from Ignace. The driver, a 66-year-old woman, was pronounced dead in hospital. The 34-year-old female passenger remained in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. The highway was closed for most of that day between Sandy Beach Road and Highway 72 while police investigated. Families, community members, and NAN officials gathered outside the Thunder Bay Shelter House last week to commemorate International Overdose Awareness Day. Attendees paused to remember the lives lost to overdose and to bring awareness to the ongoing opioid crisis in this region. Jessica Clement reports.
Sea of purple could be seen on George Street Wednesday morning as the city, the District Health Unit, and Anishinaabe Nation commemorated International Overdose Awareness Day. Families, friends, and organizations gathered to remember those lost, honor those still struggling, and show that Thunder Bay is united in the fight against the overdose crisis.
It's been 3 years and the pain doesn't get any less, and my pain is more because I see more people dying from this and it's not stopping.
Faye Pettypiece's daughter, Jessica, is one of many who have tragically lost their lives over the years. Pettypiece says the city has to step up as a whole to support those in addiction, provide them with the help they deserve, and end the stigma around drug use.
Putting them in jail doesn't solve the problem. We have to get to the trauma-related sources and get them the help so that they can deal with it. I'm in the fight to make it better. I don't know what the right thing is, but I think if we all pull together and educate ourselves about addiction and what we can do to help, I think we can make it work. And I just put that out there to everybody, like, put your hand in and make a difference, because one day it could be your child.
The city's drug strategy specialist, Riley Willinen, notes in 2024, the city faced 80 opioid-related deaths, the highest per capita rate in Ontario. She says along with paying tribute, these events are also focused on education and raising awareness.
One of the key tenets of prevention is education. So we have lots of service providers here who are able to connect in the moment. You know, we're set up here on George Street, right in front of the shelter house. There's clients coming in and out. Maybe they want to take a walk down the street and chat with someone and connect with a service that they didn't even know existed. So it's really important for our service providers here too as well.
NAN Deputy Grand Chief Anna Betty Ashney-Peneskam emphasizes the importance of International Overdose Day, adding that the country is falling behind in ensuring there are services and resources available for those in need.
We need to also be in other forums, whether we're meeting with pharmaceutical companies, physicians, and other medical professions, including those professions that deal with mental health. We need to have these conversations with child welfare agencies and other entities that can all be part of the solution in terms of addressing this issue. And we need to ensure that we have the resources there for prevention.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.
The regional coroner has now set a date for the start of an inquest into the death of a man at the Lac des Îles mine 5 years ago. 64-year-old Edward Gallant suffered fatal injuries while working underground at the Palladium mine north of Thunder Bay. Gallant was from New Brunswick and was employed by SCR Mining and Tunneling, based out of Sudbury. In May of 2020, the Ministry of Labour said Gallant was caught in a run of muck, which is an uncontrolled flow of blasted rock. Officials from Impala Canada issued a statement at the time saying they were deeply saddened by this most unfortunate accident and that nothing is more important than health and safety at Lac des Îles. An inquest is mandatory for deaths that happen in the workplace. The proceedings will begin on September 22nd and will be conducted by video conference. The inquest is expected to last 6 days and hear from approximately 10 witnesses. The jury would then make recommendations aimed at preventing similar deaths. After the break, provincial Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie addresses rumors about major school board changes in Ontario.
Concerned about the local voice. Education is very local. It would mean consolidation of union contracts, etc.
Welcome back. Ontario Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie was in Thunder Bay on Friday to speak about regional issues. She also expressed concerns about an alleged plan by the Ford government to slash the number of school boards in the province, stating that it will negatively affect local voices. Jessica Clement has a story.
While she was in Thunder Bay to speak about northern issues, Ontario Liberal leader Bonnie Crombie also commented on a rumored plan by the Ford government to collapse Ontario's school boards from 72 down to 4. The Elementary Teachers Federation released a statement addressing the rumor on Friday, stating the move could silence parents, erase local voices, and eliminate elected trustees. Crombie agrees.
I'd be very concerned about the local voice. Education is very local. It would mean consolidation of union contracts, etc. And at the end of the day, who will represent the parents and the needs of the children? We need that local voice and that local representation.
However, Thunder Bay Atikokan MPP Kevin Holland says it's just a rumor.
This is the first time hearing of it, so it appears to be rumors. I have no knowledge of that taking place, and probably any other questions related to this would be better directed to Minister Callander at Education, but as far as I can say, it's rumors right now.
Crombie took the time to speak about Northwestern Ontario highways. She's calling on the provincial government to finish the Chappaqua extension and to continue the twinning of Highway 1117.
Every single day we see the closure of the highways, and there has been a long-standing commitment of this government to do the 2-in-1, the twinning of highways 11 and 17, and let's just get it done. Please allocate the funding so we can provide safety on our roads.
Crombie also commented on the Premier dumping a full bottle of Crown Royal earlier this week in protest of beverage company Diageo closing its only Ontario bottling plant.
He's a great showman. This is showmanship, but it's not action. He has done nothing to protect local jobs and protect those jobs. Has there been any incentives provided to those companies that are thinking about crossing the border? What measures has he taken? Of course, we've been off all summer long since June. We've only sat 7 weeks. Where is the protection to protect our workers and to protect the closure of companies?
Jessica Clement, TVT News.
A big boost for innovation in Northwestern Ontario. Confederation College will be getting over $375,000 to help fuel research and prepare students for in-demand jobs. MP Marcus Pulowski made the Fender announcement at the college. The money help will create the college 2 new jobs, 3 positions, Manager of Business Development for Applied Research and Lead Researcher in Computer Science. Both roles will focus on strengthening research projects while giving students hands-on experience. The funds will also help the college grow expertise in software development, artificial intelligence, and computer programming.
This is an investment in helping Confederation College to be involved in research in computer science and AI here in Thunder Bay, but also teach that whole new generation of kids that are going to be entering the workforce the kind of necessary skills to work in those areas.
We're very excited, and it's very important to us because we provide a lot of support to small businesses who want to develop and innovate, and they can't do that necessarily on their own, but it also really helps our students in terms of being able to use the skills that they're learning in the classroom to real-world projects.
The Ontario government is investing more than $5 million for Lakehead University to expand its teaching programs. This funding is part of a wider provincial plan to address Ontario's teacher shortage. Justin Hardy explains.
The province is spending $56 million to add 2,600 new teaching spaces across Ontario universities by 2027. And Lakehead University is getting more than $5 million of that to add 488 students to its programs. The goal is to ensure more full-time qualified teachers enter the classroom and reduce the reliance on part-time or temporary instructors. Thunder Bay Atikokan MPP Kevin Holland calls this announcement a big first step.
Our government recognizes the quality programming that's being offered here at Lakehead University to train the next teachers that are really going to provide that basis, that foundation for our children. And so yeah, you can't undervalue that investment whatsoever, and it's a really exciting day here for Lakehead University and for Thunder Bay.
The funding for Lakehead will allow the university to expand its teaching programs, particularly in French, technology, and in northern and remote communities. University President and Vice Chancellor Jillian Siddall says the announcement comes at a critical time.
Well, it's so important. I mean, there's a shortage, as I said, right across the province, but the shortage is even more urgent here in the north and further north and in rural communities, Indigenous communities. So this funding allows us to address that shortage and make sure that those students in those regions get the education they deserve.
Siddall adds that the impact will be felt directly in classrooms once graduates begin teaching. Justin Hardy, TBT News.
The Seeds of Change project, led by the Lakehead University Agricultural Research Station, hosted a farm tour that connected diverse voices who are committed to protecting and reclaiming seeds and food systems. Seeds of Change has been growing watermelon in this region, and as a part of the breeding process, those melons were tasted and inspected in order to save the seeds from the best melons. LU professor Charles Levko says the program aims to give the local community access to locally grown food. Edmonton First Nation farmer Rudy Wabaugh says he would like to add watermelon to the farms in his remote community.
So part of the idea here is to be able to save local seed that that again grows well here in this climate, in this soil, and make sure that everyone has access to it. So some of it is being sold by local groups, but a lot of it is just being given and shared with each other. And the idea is to have more sharing of seeds, so we can all grow more and we can have more access to food that doesn't have to be shipped from far away with lots of chemicals by big companies, but actually can be grown by local farmers and local people.
The growing season is more, not as long as here, yeah, but we managed to get some watermelons done up there. So that's why we need to get a greenhouse and stuff like that, so we could start earlier in the season.
The area farms will grow between 500 and 1,500 melons, and officials say the food will be shared and distributed amongst the community. In the lead up to this Saturday's Wake the Giant Music Festival, DFC High School held its annual Amazing Race event on Thursday. It's meant to help Indigenous students get to know their new city and understand how to use Thunder Bay Transit. Jaden Billick has this story.
Known as one of the biggest orientation events in the country, Dennis Franklin Cromartie High School students from the remote communities participated in the annual Amazing Race tradition to explore Thunder Bay and a number of key locations under teacher supervision. Transition coordinator Matthew Tilbury explains what the day is all about.
They're currently visiting stops. They kind of have free range of which route they want to take. So we have stops such as Roots Community Garden, a Cinema 5 skate park. We have the new youth hub, and then Marina Park for lunch here. They get to meet their fellow students, and they get to visit places around town that we want them to know about.
Tilbury says it's a priority to familiarize these 150 students with the public transit system, as it's their primary way of navigating around town. Most of the students here are new to the bigger city life, including Korea Kakapitam from Sandy Lake, who's already learning some good places to spend her free time.
Oh, I was just at the indoor skate park, just close by McDonald's in Cumberland, I believe.
Awesome.
Yeah.
What do they have for you?
We actually got these free passes. Free day pass, so we could, yeah. I've had good experiences, no bad, and it's pretty fun. If you engage with people, then yeah, it's actually a positive experience if you're making it positive.
Caden Skunk from Mishki-Gogamang First Nation has been in the city for about 2 weeks now and admits that it's been a little scary being away from home, but he's excited for the school year at DFC. He even shared his favorite stop of the day.
Probably the mall. Yeah.
Absolutely, it's probably one of the most important locations here in Thunder Bay.
Yeah. Feels great. You know, also scary being away from home, but with my boarding family, it's great. A lot of sports, you know, a lot of learning.
Yeah, so it's a huge leap, right? Some of these communities are very small, fly-in only, and some of them it's their first time living in a bigger city. So we just want to make sure that they're safe, they're supported, and they feel like this is their home away from home while they're pursuing their education.
Jaden Billick, TBT News.
A group of Greenstone Gold Mine employees win the Sudbury 50-50 jackpot. More after the break. Welcome back. A group of employees from the Greenstone Gold Mine in Geraldton are the latest jackpot winners of a hospital 50-50 draw in Sudbury. Group leader Joel Letourneau got the big phone call from Shane Gordon, the manager of lottery and websites for the Health Sciences North Foundation.
I am calling about some HSN 50-50 tickets you purchased this month.
Okay, yeah, I did. We bought group tickets already, yes.
Oh, really? Who'd you buy with?
We are a group here at Greenstone Gold Mine in Geraldton.
Okay.
And there's 11 of us in the group.
What would your reaction be if I told you that group of 11 is sharing over $430,000?
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious.
Wow, I thought you guys called around 11 o'clock.
I call around 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Awesome. Holy moly,
So
thank you very
the
much.
number's $432,700.
Okay, hold on a second. I gotta write this down because I gotta have to tell the boys here.
Yeah, no problem.
Are you kidding me? Don't say nothing here, Indy, but just hold on.
We could bleep
Hold on,
that. We could bleep that out.
That jackpot works out to $39,336 for the 11 members of the 50-50 betting group. Meanwhile, a woman from Grimsby, Ontario, is the latest winner of the Dryden 50-50 draw for August. Organizers of the monthly fundraiser for the Dryden Regional Health Services Foundation recently drew the grand prize ticket. Melissa Brown got the exciting phone call from Foundation Director Scott Coffey.
Hey Melissa, my name's Scott Coffey and I'm a director with the Dryden Regional Health Services Foundation. Any idea why I'm calling you today?
There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
There's a way.
Oh my God. I can't even talk right now.
Okay, I'll do the talking for a bit. You just do the listening.
Okay.
Melissa, you won $110,030 this morning.
Oh my God.
So congratulations.
I'm a single mom. This is like so helpful right now. I'm in nursing school. This is just everything right now.
Fantastic. If you're ever looking for a place to nurse, Dryden always needs nurses.
Oh, perfect.
A teenage motorist is paying the price for trading caution on the road for speed. OPP reported Tuesday that officers from the Red Lake Detachment tracked a vehicle traveling at 138 kilometers per hour in an 80K zone. An 18-year-old Kenora resident faces a prospect of a serious penalty if he's convicted on a charge of stunt driving. His license has been automatically suspended for 30 days, and the pickup truck he was driving has been impounded at his expense for 14 days. In social media post, OPP say speeding isn't worth the risk. Well, that's all the time we have for now for Northwest Newsweek. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next time.